So in this video, we're going to spend a little time on the Alltrac. I've decided let's see if I can keep the camera straight. My registration is up this month. So I'm going to change the registration to vintage, which means Utah recently removed the need to do safety. Vintage means I don't have to pass emissions. So, not only did I cut off the muffler, at some point in the future, I'm going to probably remove the high flow cat whenever it gets clogged. But with that, I don't have as much need to hurry up and get it back on the road to go get emission tested, things like that. So, I'm going to, in this video, fix the paint on the roof. It will be a rattle can job, but let's give a quick once-over of what some of the issues are. So, as I have covered this before, here is the poorly painted roof. I did this a few years ago. I thought I had done well. I was wrong. I'm guessing I probably tried to paint this before, like I didn't remove oils or things like that well enough, or I didn't let the paint gas before putting new layers, because I did primer, then I let it sit for a bit, and I think I tried to sand it, and then I'd paint it, and then I may have clear coated it, something. Either way, I did it wrong. So, in this video, I'm going to remove the sunroof. If I'm lucky, I might be able to just peel up most of this paint. But we'll find out. With that, that's pretty obvious, but other issues I'm going to show you, if I can catch any of them. Well, I guess one thing is, I'm going to try and patch or repair this. Neighbors, shortly after they moved in, we had a nice little windstorm, and their trampoline flew out of their backyard, over a fence. Part of it hit the car here. I didn't notice for a couple days because, I don't drive the car all the time. So, yeah, that was sad. So I'm going to probably try and fix that. But if you notice, I've also got that paint cracking type of thing going on right there. You can kind of see it all over the place. So, I'm going to, fill this in a little bit. Not a big deal. Sand most of this. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to try and take it down to metal or just, hey, we're going to do a light sanding and get rid of all the clear coat and be fine with it. I don't know. But also, when I'm doing that, I'm probably going to try and peel up this. Seems kind of rubbery anyway. Remove all this and then Plastidip. Just get a black Plastidip can or whatever it's called. Do that, do that, do that. All the basics. So yeah, that's the plan for this video. Let's get going removing the sunroof. For a quick wash. Hooray! as you noticed, I only washed really the top part of the car. The reason for that is the whole car needs a lot of work. I just want to wash the top with some dish soap, try and get rid of some oil, things like that. And if I had my pressure washer, you probably would have seen me just pressure washing the living shit out of the roof. Because even with just a hose, it was popping some of this up. But now you got a better look of just how bad it is. Yeah, it just, I don't know what I used because that was a few years ago, but it did not hold up. So coming up in this video, I'll be showing you the removal of this. Going to be reusing this gasket again, or the seal, because can't really find them. So, and it's still got some, it's not as hard and crusty as you'd think over the years, so it's okay to reuse for now. But the reason I'm not going to go all out on just fixing up the roof is I've made a decision that hopefully next year, but maybe in a couple years, I'm going to get an ST205, which I'll show a photo here. But yeah, that is one of my attainable dream cars. So I'm either going to try and get that when it is legally available for the US, or if the prices are a little on the insane side, I might get an ST202, which is just a 94 to 98 Toyota Celica. They came in front wheel drive only, but you can buy like the rear diff, the engine, whole kit and caboodle. So when the time comes, if I decide that is something I want to take on, I'm going to. But I'm hoping the next year or two, like next year, the Celica GT4, the ST205, will be available next year. I'm hoping that its price spike isn't either horrible or it drops down, because it seems like all the imports, their prices will just shoot up once they're available, like when we can buy them. So anyway, that's my reason for like not just going all out, and I'm just going to sand the areas, take it down to the black, and then just repaint it black, then put a shit ton of clear coat on it, and hopefully it'll be good after that. But anyway, let's get this shit going. So, as you saw for the first step, you open the sunroof a little bit, you know, just go back to like right here or so, and you reach in there. These clips are all at the front. Oh, well, let me actually get it on there. These clips are all at the front. You just, when it's open, you reach in to where these are, and you just kind of pull it all down, and then you just open the sunroof more, pull that cover off. As you saw, you know, not the hardest thing in the world, but not the easiest. But once you do that, sunroof is accessible. You have one bolt here, one bolt here, one bolt there. Then you have the same thing over here, one bolt here, one bolt here, one bolt there. And then you have the shims right here that kind of, you use them to level out the sunroof with the roof. So yeah, you can tell here there's like 2 shims, I think. Whereas over here, it looks like there's 3. So anyway, next up, removing the sunroof. So, sunroof is out. I was pretty sure I had got it sealed up nicely and everything, paint-wise, but a little bit of rust around where the gasket would be, so I am going to have to, when I sand it, clean it, rust reform, spray paint it. I'm going to need to make sure to fill in the channels of the gasket. There we go. Fill that in with some form of sealer. But anyway, so sunroof is out. Now time to start cleaning up that lovely sunroof panel. Let's get going. And now to do the sunroof. quick little lesson learned. Well, kind of. I've learned this lesson a few different ways. In this situation, you saw the orbital sander not exactly going through that paint very quick. I can't remember what I used to paint it before. I mean, this was years ago. This stuff that you saw me brushing on, I don't think it's going to focus, but whatever. Rust-Oleum Auto Stripper. Brushed it on, and yeah, the stuff bubbled up pretty quick and came off. So, now to run over this, you know, just do a quick sand, and then prime and paint the bastard. So, let's get going. Let's go. So, here is the final product from 10 feet away. Looks okay, but as you can tell, you know, from the video, I didn't exactly sand it down all the way and get it perfectly smooth. When you hit the point that you know you're going to be replacing the car, for me personally, it's like just maintain the car. So to me, maintaining is where it was going to rust. Make sure that doesn't happen. So that's why I repainted this, put a little bit of sealant on the corners just to try and prevent any future water from really getting in there and rusting it out. But yeah, if I keep this car, it would more than likely get like a full restore, because we have things like this, you know, well, I'm not sure if it'll show up on camera, but you got the rust here. It's been dinged there. It's got a dent right there. This fender is garbage. It's got little rust spots. Little dent right here. But if I were keeping this car, or if I do decide to keep it, it'll be, you know, okay, time to fully tear it down. And then I'd redo everything properly, because I'd probably take it down to metal. But, yeah, either way, I feel it looks a little better. It was a trim paint. It said it sticks to everything. The person at the paint and body shop recommended it as like, hey, he had good experience with it. So what I'll probably do in a week is color sand it, or, you know, more or less, you know, go like 800, 1000, 2000 grit, and just see if I can shine it up a little, and to practice, because I really hate sanding. It's tedious. But looks better, so we'll go for there. So with that, this video comes to an end. This might work more as a video of what to do if you're just trying to make things work, or what not to do if you want to make things look pretty. Again, it'll function. My patience gives me a lot of issues with doing function and form. I tend to be like, does it work? Okay, we're done. I was kind of hoping I'd have more energy and time to go through and sand and do all these nice pretty things, but I just didn't care. So with that said, I've still got a couple more things to do to the Alltrac. There is a meet coming up in a couple weeks, or a month, I think. Yeah, about a month. So I've got the exhaust I want to finish up, just putting the piping out and getting the exhaust dumping past the car versus under the hatch, and see about getting the 7th gen Celica seats to work in the car. So, have that to look forward to. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Like, subscribe. Bye-bye.